Hello student, in last lecture I have explained about the brain and spinal cord. Today I am explaining about the peripheral nervous system. So in last time I told you peripheral nervous system includes all the all the network of nerve fiber present inside of our body, because brain and spinal cord both are the center of the nervous system, but the impulse are transferred from sensory part to brain and brain to sensory part. It is carried out by a network of nerve fiber. This network of nerve fiber we include inside of the peripheral nervous system. So peripheral nervous system includes the nerve network present inside of our body. The peripheral nervous system comprises of all the nerves of the body associated with brain and spinal cord, right? So all the nerve which are connected with the brain and spinal cord we include in the peripheral nervous system. It is divided into two divisions: voluntary nervous system. Voluntary means the nervous system which are in our control, right? This is known as voluntary nervous system. So it works under the control of desire or will. Means the part of the nervous system which are in our control, we can control. So this is voluntary. It is made up of nerves which arises from central nervous system, connect to different part of different body parts for conscious control of brain. So it is made up of those nerves which are arised from the brain and spinal cord. So the voluntary nervous system is further divided into two parts: cranial nerves. Cranial nerve means those nerves which are arised from brain. So all these nerves we include inside of the cranial nerve. These are derived from the brain, means CNS. Brain is the part of CNS, and spread to various part of the head. Means those nerves which arise from the brain and transfer in different part of the body are called cranial nerves. These are 12 pairs in number and distributed in sensory, motor and mixed. Sensory means those nerves which transfer message from sensory part to brain, they are called sensory nerve. And motor nerves, those nerves which transfer the message from brain to sensory part. Brain to sensory part means muscles. And mixed, some nerves perform both the function sensory and motor, so this type of nerves are called mixed. There are three cranial nerves: first, second and eighth. Sensory means transfer message from sensory part to brain. Motor nerves 5, 3rd, 4th, 6th, 11th and 12th. It means they transfer the message from brain to sensory part, any muscular part. And mixed, it contains both the sensory motor nerves 4th, so it performs both the functions. Next, spine nerves. Spine nerve means those nerves which are derived from the spinal cord are called spine nerves. There are 31 pair of spinal nerves arised from the spinal cord. So there are mixed, and these are mixed nerves and 31 pair in number. The spine nerves arise from the spinal cord and spread throughout the body beside head. Means these spine nerves are 31 pairs. It arises from each vertebra and it transfer the nerves. These nerves are transferred in different part of the body beside head, right? So this part is called voluntary nervous system. And involuntary nervous system and autonomic nervous system, it coordinates such organs which are under involuntary control, not under in the control of animals. So you have watched some body part, they are not in our control, but they do work continuously throughout the life and throughout the time. So these, they are in not our control, they are involuntary part of our body. So they are in the control of involuntary nervous systems. Autonomic nervous system is also called visceral nervous system. The autonomic nervous system is further classified into two parts: sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. The function of sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system are antagonistic to each other. Antagonistic means one part increase the rate of any function, then after another part will decrease. So both are perform antagonistic function. If one exhibit stimulatory effect, second one exhibit inhibitory effect. Means when anything will be stimulated by one part, another part will dismulate this part. Like heartbeat, when the heartbeat will be accelerated by sympathetic nervous system, and parasympathetic nervous system slow the heartbeat. Similarly, artery blood pressure will be increased by sympathetic, blood pressure decreased by the parasympathetic. Salivary gland and pancreas secretion inhibit the secretion, stimulate the secretion. Gallbladder relaxes, contracted. Eyes dilated pupil, contracted pupil. Liver promotes sugar release, decrease bile production. Promote glycogen formation, increase bile production. So we have watched in this complete topic. The sympathetic and parasympathetic both are performed antagonistic function. When any one part increase and stimulate the function, then another part inhibit the function, right? So they regulate involuntary part of our body, like heartbeat, arteries, blood pressure, salivary glands and pancreas secretion, gallbladder, eyes and liver. All are an involuntary function inside of our body. They are not our control. So all these functions are regulated by this involuntary nervous system and autonomous nervous system. Next, how are these tissue protected? Means which covering protect the brains. So the brain is delicate organ and executed a variety of activities. So the central nervous system of human brain and spinal cord need to protect by mechanical injury and mechanical shock. The brain is protected by a bony box. This is called cranium. You know that the brain is protected by hard covering of bone. So this covering is known as cranium. The spinal cord is protected by vertebral column backbone. And in last lecture I told you the spinal cord is situated in the hollow tubular structure present inside of the backbone and vertebral column, right? If we run our hand down the middle of our back, we will feel a hard and bumpy structure. This is called vertebral column. So you have watched the vertebral column present in the dorsal surface of our body, right? The brain is also covered three membranes called meninges. These are pia mater, the innermost thin, very soft and vascular membrane. Second is arachnoid, outer thin and spider wave structure membrane. Dura mater, outermost rough fibrous membrane. It adheres closely to the inside of the skull. So you have watched, there are three layers of membrane present around the brain. These three layers of membrane present around the brain are known as meninges. So the outermost layer is called dura mater, and second outermost layer is called arachnoid, and third innermost layer is called pia mater. So all these three layers of membrane provide protection from mechanical shock and any outer shock, because brain is very important part of our body. When any injury comes on the brain, then after our body cannot do the function properly. So these layers, meninges layers, provide protection to the brain. Okay, in next lecture I will continue this topic. Okay, thank you.